Hello, my name is Matthew Casper, and for my topic, I chose anthropogenic groundwater contamination. So this is a very important topic that's very relevant in today's world. Groundwater is a very important resource for many people around the world as drinking water and for many different industries around the world. So when this water is contaminated, it can present major dangers for many different people and those industries as well. The location of the study that I chose is in the Detong Basin in northern China. The purpose of this experiment was to examine the concentrations of various contaminants across the aquifer at varying depths. This was also done to determine the potential health impact on the people of the surrounding areas. The main contaminants that they looked for were arsenic, fluoride, iodine, and NO3. The main health risk assessment methods that they used were ones laid down by the World Health Organization. This is the results of their chemical tests. As you can see, many of the contaminants, both in shallow and medium depths, far exceed both limits set down by Chinese guidelines and by the World Health Organization. These are separated out into shallow and medium depths, and they give the min, max, mean, and medium. If they don't, all of which either far exceed the guidelines or come close to exceeding them. So this is a graphical representation of the concentrations versus the frequency of the high concentrations versus the depth. As you can see, most of the time the higher concentrations occurred more towards the shallower aquifer, except for iodine, which occurred more towards the medium depths. So this is the result of the health risk assessments. They're separated out into different categories for children, adult females, and adult males. There are many different types of assessments that cover factors such as length of exposure, amount exposed to, periodic exposure, and concentration of exposure. This was, of course, also separated out into shallow depth and medium depth. The main conclusions that this paper gave were that the contaminants were expected to have originated from several geologic phenomena, including rock-water interactions, a low flow rate, which would cause the aquifer to be unable to quickly move the contaminants out of the area, high evaporation rates, which would also decrease the infiltration rates, which may be a factor for the low flow rates, a reduce in alkaline environments, and a thick lacustrine sediment. Contaminants also occurred due to infiltration of nitrates as a byproduct of agricultural practices in the area. And the final conclusion is, due to the level of contaminants, consumption of this water has a very high possibility of producing health risks in all of the people in the area. It's a very, very dangerous water to be drinking. These are the sources for the paper. Thank you very much for listening to my talk.